everything right in there. That sits on the community feed 24/7 every week. All the events are on there. I posted all 3 photos of it just now in the active drivers feed. Look at it. It tells you everything you need to know. The best part about that, Warren, is that I'll be doing the pre-race, talking through all the stuff, and you'll get those antsy guys that bitch that it's taking too long.
Yeah, and then they get in there and
And they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah.
exactly. That's why I ignore it at this point. I tell it once you don't hear me, then you're on your own.
We'll get everybody in here, and I'll go through it one more time. All right, head check time. All right, Hossack we got. PT we got. Dale the Whale we got. Stay Down we got. Daz we got. WKK we got. Rockabilly. Lagging behind. All right. This again. Okay. Aaron's here. Shano's here. Stas is here. CM Outcast is here. O'Brien is here. I don't see Gunter. Is Gunter here?
He had a family emergency. He had to leave.
He had to leave. Okay, no problem. Okay, out there. Wildebeest is here. And Cat Guy is here. Just making sure that you're not that I'll give Bear in that spot, but I'm making sure he's not a provisional or anything for this, which I know he's not, but just to double check it. Okay, then I'll allow Baron to have the last spot. Not a GTE driver. That's fine. He can come on in and take the spot since Gunter has withdrew. Okay, now we lost another one. All right. Let's see who's up next. Okay.
Did I make it?
Team rosters. Hopefully, Kip updated the damn thing.
So Stay Down, we've got these GTEs. If you're going to race during the season, we've got one chance to change once during the season. If we don't as a team, like the car was picked. So, you know, we can use tonight, nice night tonight, to decide whether or not this is the car we want.
I feel it. This is as far as I know from this class of cars, the Ferrari's a pretty good one, pretty good base one for a lot of tracks.
I raced before last year. I know Kit took the piss a little bit on our chat about the fact that I changed on it because I hate the sound. Even though it's a great car, I just want a different sound effect.
Vice Indy 5 or 6. I believe he's in the right one. I'm just gonna double check these liveries. Yep, you're good. Alright. Shane O'Cano, I know you're in the right livery. Stay, don't kill him. He's on damn. Yep. Ferrari, you're good. PT. Ferrari,
Yes,
you're
is the
good.
answer. Stay down.
Stazza. You're good. Daz.
I'm not sure.
Daz.
It's spot.
D in the pack.
Go ahead.
Got
One.
it. Outcast. Just running through this here.
AMG.
No, I have the website out. I'm just looking.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
I know Hossack's good. Brian, you're good. Aaron. Aaron on team. Yes, he is. He's good. Dale the Whale, you're independent, so you're good. And then I'm good. So
All right, so we're all set, guys. Greg, yeah, spot opened up, so we can get you in this one as well. You're also reserved for the LMP ones. Being a rookie driver, you got priority for the support race. So welcome in. All right, welcome, guys, to tonight's third night of SCL Speed Weeks, SCL Season 25. Tonight's race, the Roar before the Continental. We are 1 week from the Camel GT Series opener, the 4-hour Daytona Continental. The next two races are two single-class events. These cars run, obviously, multi-class during the season in Camel GT. We are running two single-class events of each one. Hence the fact that there are 15 GTE cars, and there will be 15 spots for LMP cars in the next race. And also hence the fact that we printed all that out in the events and repeatedly told you throughout warm-up. So this is the first of two races. We, as the moment, have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 10 signed up for the LMP1. That'll leave 5 spots. They'll go to the rookie and non-provisional drivers that want to take them out of the GTE primaries. So we'll go down that list when this race is over. As for this race here at the Roar, welcome to the GTE race. We are running 22 laps on the board. That's going to be 20 under green. We will have a 5-minute qualifier here at the beginning of it, guys. So you'll have 5 minutes to qualify. When we get into the race room, much similar to the previous race, we will have you run single file around the first time in your starting order. At the end of the first lap, you have your mandatory strategy stop, where you're allowed to put on whatever tire compounds, pressures, all that stuff you want. In essence, the setup in the spec SCL races. You'll be allowed to do that at the end of the first lap. When you come out of the pits at the end of the first lap, you will be able to line up single file again in your starting order. And we will call it green the next time by. The full SCL caution rules are in effect. I'm going to set the limit warning at 4, which is high only just because it's, the Roar, it's an exhibition. But we'll set the flag limit at 4. If we have not hit 4, the green to the finish number is lap 18. 18 is the green green to the finish number. If the caution comes out, you back her down single file, fall back into place where you are, and get ready for the restart. We're not going to be opening the pits under yellow here. They do obviously during the season, but for this exhibition, we'll not be opening the pits under the yellow. So make sure you take on enough fuel to get you through. Let's see what else we got here. Most of you out here familiar with the cars. Some of you just ran the Grand Am race. This is the top champion, one of the top championship class divisions. Got a little more muscle on them. Same deal. Be careful going into the corners, particularly turn 1, particularly into the bus stop. Good point that needs to be made there is also, you saw a little bit of it in the first race, just, holding your line. Make sure if you're going to make a pass into one of those tight corners, you've got up beside somebody before they start turning. They've committed to the corner. You come diving in, that argument, there's plenty of asphalt there. No, that's not going to work. Anybody who knows real racing, there's a number of us marshals who've done real life racing, will tell you that there's not a place in the world that won't, black flag you for that. So make sure that you present yourself before you try to make a move like that. Make sure the guy can see you. communicate out there, race communications. Communicate out there. We don't want to hear you guys arguing back and forth. If you have even though it's an exhibition, we've got the full review system in place. So you have a report to give, you give it to the officials, send a message to this account here. It's Carlin on here now, but everybody sees it. And we'll have our chief marshal start off the race review process. Other than that, like I said, 4 flags is the limit. If we don't hit the 4 flags, 18 is the magic number. We got a number of veteran drivers in here along with some of the rookies, so let's put on a good show. Warren, you got anything to add for them before the roar?
I know some of you guys are rookies. I want to make sure because I'm muted. Some of you guys are rookies. Don't flash your lights at the same class. So if we have any flashing of the lights in this race, I'm parking it. That's going to be no tolerance at this point, especially from the veterans. If I see it, I'm really going to get on you. But yeah, take it easy in turn 1 on the start here. Cold tires, cold brakes. Pretty much Apollo Uno turn 1 ice skates, alright? Just go in there nice and soft. Go into the horseshoe and start battling. I don't care, but that first turn, saw it in the Grand Am race, everyone on that first start was like, I gotta go! And it's like, no, you don't. Just hold on. Everything will sort itself out after turn 1, and then you start racing. But just mutual respect in turn 1 on the first lap.
Absolutely. The one thing about turn 1 is that first group's going to be slowing down in front of you, and you're going to be closing in on them. And, you might be able to get a position on somebody, but it looks like you can take 2 or 3 positions. You really can't. Because trust me, if you go in there and spear 2 or 3 of the cars, we're going to restart you at the back at least. So make sure that make sure that you're careful there through. Like Warren said, it's going to take the first couple laps to really get the tires going, warmed up. And I think that about covers it. You guys got 5 minutes to qualify them. Give me the thumbs up that you understand the instructions, except for Daz, who's picking his nose again. And we'll let him finish digging for. Yeah, digging for gold, as we call it out here in the States. All right, guys. All right, roar before the Continental GTE special. Best of luck. You got 5 minutes to queue. I got 5 minutes to do what I got to do. Why did it do that? Invite on me all of a sudden. I'm staying away from the controller from now on, Warren, when I'm in the tower. Hell with this. Well, it's 30-something degrees out here. I don't want to bore you with a personal story, but I live in a townhouse, like a tiny little townhouse apartment, and it's 30 degrees out right now, and I'm downstairs, and the wife and kid are playing upstairs. Upstairs is literally 10, 15 degrees warmer than it is downstairs. So if I turn the heater on to get warm down here, they'll shut it off in like 20 minutes, and I'll go up there and go, what the hell? And then up there it's hot, because the heater's burning them out. Down here I'm freezing, Yeah. I'm aware of that, Warren, but it also has to do with the thermostat, the way the wall is picked. Yeah. That's what it is too, but the temperature, what is it called? The reader is up there in the bedroom, so it senses 70 degrees and leaves it there. So I'm down here freezing my ass off. But anyway, 5 minutes to qualify, guys. Good luck. And I'll be right back with you.
throw into the corner of the back end.
Like half the cars on this game, it's like that.
Yeah, we get in the 2-minute room, guys. Remember, make sure you got the reset button set in case you get on your roof. And pit road speed limiter, just for the future when you're in the championship races and you need to make green flag pit stops. We do not enforce a speed limit, so make sure you set a button to turn off your pit road speed limiter.
Daddy, why aren't you driving? Set the damn car before you drive it.
We got to I got a few more still finishing up.
Okay, we qualified just outside the top 3, but we can make that up in the race. Good effort.
All right, we'll give you your starting order here for the Roar Before the Continental GTE race. We've got the Apex Motorsport cars 1-2 with Hossack 24 and Baron von Stosch on 1 and 2. Starting third from Benson Speed Equipment is its PT. Fourth, JME Motorsports is WKK. Fifth, also from JME Motorsports, is O'Brien. Sixth, the defending Camel GTE champion from Renaissance Racing is Shane O'Kano. Seventh, the independent driver, Dale the Whale. Eighth, from TOW Racing, is Cat Guy. Ninth will be Wildebeest from Benson Speed Equipment. 10th, CM Outcast from AMG Motorsport, and his team owner, Aaron CW, will be in 11th. Daz from Team Danamore will run the Ferrari in 12th. Greg Day, the independent, is in a Ford, I believe, in 13th. And Staza will be running independent in the 14th car. That is your Renaissance. That's right. Sorry about that. And Staza just signed to Renaissance, your reigning Bathurst 500 champion. And Stay Down Killin' from Team Danamore will start shotgun on the field. All right, guys, you got your strategy stop coming up. Got your 2-minute room to get this all set. And best of luck to you. Be right back, Warren.
Yep. I guess there's stir pressures on this. Remember, guys, we're going around for the 1 lap, coming for the strategy stop, and then we're going around one more time.
We're going to go first time by, Warren. That's enough for the strategy stop.
We're going to do 1 lap, come in for the strategy stop, and then go back out, and then start next time by.
Good man. Cool. Cheers, buddy.
Greg, the Earnhardt Incorporated.
Aaron, you've got to look at it. I haven't quite found their groove yet. You won't get there very soon, I don't know that. Can't wait for England fans tomorrow. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, it will.
Should be right. France will be a bit bruised. No, should be a good, fiery game, I reckon. I think there'll be a lot of fireworks.
Warren, I thought Twindy was going to race tonight.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
You're racing the Grand Dam. Is he going to race in the LMP1 or?
Yeah, he's racing LMP1, but I thought he was going to run GT as well.
Mike's he can race the LMP.
Tim,
Gotta-
these cars, so this must be the car, the numbers we picked. I just picked that car from last year, so I had the wrong numbers.
You got a read on me, Warren?
I do.
I'm going to hit the booth. I think you guys are good. You got plenty of marshals in here if you need me. Grab me. I'll send you a message, an invite.
Gotcha.
All right. Have a good race, guys. We'll be in broadcasting. Those of you that don't know, look up on the website. You got the YouTube tab. We'll link you to it, or go to YouTube and look up SCL Racing Network. You can follow it along. Have a good race. Put on a good show, guys. All right, so you guys heard our starting order. I believe they have made their strategy stop, or they're coming in for it now. And we're a lap to go. Welcome those of you in the know. Night 3 of SCL Season 25 Daytona Speed Weeks. Tonight's, you just watched the Grand Am race where WKK and Stay Down Killin' were our class winners. And now it's time for the big boys, the roar before the Continental. We are 1 week away from the Camel GT opener with one of our biggest events, the 4-hour Daytona Continental. That's next week as Speed Weeks rolls on. Night 3 of 11 here is the roar before the Continental, the split class exhibition. They're going to be running 22 laps on the board, a pair of races. They do run multi-class during the season. They will be running a single class here for this special event, so we've got a lot of extra drivers and extra guys in here looking to run it and looking to put on a good show for us. And we have got a very, very talented field. As soon as they are lined up, I'll give you one last rundown through it. As a matter of fact, here we go, sitting on the pole, Camel GT champion in season 23 in the prototypes is Hossack. His Apex Motorsport teammate Barron is in second. He was a Camel GT champion last season in prototype. Starting third, it's PT, a former race winner in the series, coming from his own Extreme Speed Motorsports, brand new team he just formed, will start third. WKK from JME Motorsports will start fourth, the season 21 Camel GT champion. Starting fifth is O'Brien, last season's Camel GT3 champion, moving up to the GTEs. He will start in fifth. Starting in sixth for Renaissance Racing in the Ford GT, the defending SCL Camel GT class champion Shane Okano won 5 of 10 events last season. Starting 7th, OGR Cat Guy from TOW Racing. Starting 8th will be the Wildebeest from Benson Speed Equipment. You see him right there in the Corvette. Starting 9th, CM Outcast from newly formed AMG Motorsports in the Ford GT. 10th is his teammate Aaron CW. Starting 11th appears to be Stay Down Killin' from Team Dana-Moore Racing. Let these guys sort themselves out. We got a couple of them coming up. I thought he was farther back, so I'll let them sort it out. There's where he is now. Daz will be in 12th. That's his Team Dana-Moore teammate. Actually, Daz is going to 11th. Stay Down, I believe, in the back. I believe 12th is going to be Grandpa Bubby, or I'm sorry, Greg Day, rookie driver, made his SCL debut only a little while ago in the Grand Am series. He'll be starting 13th on the field in his first race in one of these cars for the SCL. And Staza, your reigning Bathurst 500 winner last weekend in the Rolex Endurance Cup, will start 14th. Didn't really put a time in. And Stay Down Killin', winner in the touring car class at the Grand Am race moments ago, will start 15th. And so there we are, set to go for this one up at the front of the field, where Hossack and Barron tandemed up to get the quick time in qualifying. And they're going to bring us down to the start line. Let me put the map on so you guys can see where they're at. And I'll put on the speedos so we know when they're under caution. All right, they're coming to the line. And we are green in the roar before the Continental. This is a great chance in both of these sprint races for the drivers to shake down the cars for what amounts to about a fuel run in the what amounts to about a fuel run, a little less than a fuel run, or half a fuel run maybe, in the race itself. As there goes Hossack. We're going to get on the chase cam and hit the back. Roll our way up through the field where these guys are battling. We got a couple of fast cars coming up from the back that ought to be interesting. On board here in 8th with Cat Guy. He's part of the front group there, running in a Corvette for TOW Racing. He's looking up on Dale the Whale, a rookie independent driver in front of him, qualified very well, middle of the pack. Get back up towards the front. It's PT making a pass there on it's PT and WKK getting past Barron, who falls back to 4th. Some chase action up front here where there's a little bit of separation. On board with O'Brien in 5th in the Corvette for JME Motorsports with their new sponsor. He's directly behind Barron with his teammate WKK right in front of him. They're going to try to draft up each other here. That's going to allow Shano to get into the picture here, as they are very, very tight going into turn 1. But these are all 4 veteran drivers. All 4 of them, in fact, have won Camel GT championships in one class or another. So you got some of the best right there. You see Dale the Whale back behind. Looks like O'Brien goes off into the grass, gets a hold of it. These guys are managing to hang on while they're letting a little gap be separated up front by the front 2 cars. Hossack and his PT. Track position so important at these type of races, track like this especially. The 2 JME teammates nose to tail there, battling for 4th. Barron came through all that as they shuffled out to get back into 3rd place. Got some position battling in the back as they're obviously excuse me, starting to try to work their way up. About a 3.5 second gap between 8th and 9th, so definitely 2 distinct groups here. Stay Down Killen's trying to make the pass in his Ferrari on the Ford of CM Outcast. Coming through the bus stop there. There's Aaron CW bringing it up, and it looks like Greg Day and the Wildebeest have had a little bit of trouble here early and fallen back. Meanwhile, up front, we've got It's PT in that Extreme Speed Motorsport Ferrari trying to challenge Hossack for the lead. Both of these guys former winners in the Camel GT series. PT gets side by side with him, and he makes the pass. Very cleanly done, but not quite enough there as he couldn't get the back inside line, and Hossack takes it right back. Working lap 5 of 22 here. Track position so important out here. These guys also right on top of each other. Barron fell back to 5th at some point there in that shuffle. Let's go ahead and get a chased you at the back of this big group. Shane O'Kano, the defending Camel GTE champion from season 24, looking to repeat here after a 5-win season last season. Trying to chase Cat Guy. He's stuck in 7th. As you can, a lot of fast cars, they get caught here in the middle, and you just don't have the track position. You're running consistently a couple tenths slower than you could, caught in traffic while those guys up front are pulling away. The key is in the Continental, however, when you're racing in the championship event that goes 4 hours and you got the co-drivers and everything, is just to keep them in sight, to be consistent at this point, not to make mistakes. 22-lap race, these guys are looking to get clear as soon as they can, and we'll see just how that plays out. As Shano's lining up and just trying to get in the draft and hoping to get things chopped down. Meanwhile, let's get a little look here in the back. I see some action. Not sure if we have a flag or not. There's definitely a slow car. Dale coming out of the bus stop kind of slow. As of right now, I do not see a yellow flag out on the track, so we should be still green to go. Meanwhile, the battle up front is still raging. It's PT all over Hossack's bumper. But PT goes wide there and pulls it back in. Started up his own team this season, as I said, Extreme Speed Motorsports, running the Ferraris and the GTE. And he's given it a good run so far. Meanwhile, this group still all over the back of each other. While Enstaza has moved up from near the back to 8th place. Stay down is mired back in 10th. A couple guys here in the back probably needing to see some caution flags come out. Greg Day, the rookie making his debut, is falling back a bit, as has the Wildebeest. They're going to be praying to see the yellow flag, but out front, these guys are still nose to tail at it for the race lead. There you can see the rest of the cars right behind them, not too far back. So we've still got front group of 7 right on top of each other. Sack's been hanging on to it so far. Get back onto our chase here at the back of that group. This is as good a time as any. He is right on top of Shano. Let's get on the cockpit cam here and see what he's seeing from inside that Corvette. TOW Racing Corvette. Cat Guy, a longtime veteran. Somebody blowing a motor. We've lost a car. Not sure who it is that we've lost. I'll try to take a look here. Try to confirm that as we're riding on board, as I said, here with Cat Guy. Have one car with a blown motor here on lap 7, so we're down to 14 in the field. Cat Guy looking up in front of him here, as you can see on the banking, just trying to grab that Ford's draft, Shane O'Kano, and hang with these front guys. Coming up here to the bus stops, very interesting point. Dirty air is going to affect you at this speed, no doubt. Swing to the outside. Looking to make the move. These guys are on top of each other from 3rd on back to 7th. They're running just as quick, I think. Oh, big hit there. And that's going to be a caution as somebody went around. I believe that might have been WKK. Bounced off of somebody there. I believe we're going to have a yellow flag, but I'm not certain. Not seeing it. I guess Warren might have caught it, but he took a shot from something or hit the wall, or you saw it on the camera the same that I did, guys. Went bouncing out to the outside. They're not slowing down, so I'm assuming it's still green. That puts that front four-pack. O'Brien's moved into third. That's Shano second in line. Barron's right there in front in the red Ford behind Cat Guy, who we are on board with still. Got a couple position battles. Let's give guys a look here. Daz coming up on stay down. They've got some separation though in those cars up to the ones in front of them here in the back, trying to work their way up the field. CM Outcast, he was up in that front group, so he must have had a problem there in his AMG Ford, because he's gone from top 5 back here to 13th, and we've had no caution called, so I'm assuming they're single car incidents at the moment. I do not see ooh, Haas must have had a problem. We missed the pass for the lead there. He must have had a major problem, because he's fallen back almost 3 seconds. Its PT has moved in front. And we've got a new leader. Meanwhile, here they are. Still got a car spun around. That is definitely going to be a yellow. That looks like, that's not O'Brien. It looks like WKK got turned by somebody going into turn 1, and I got to believe that's going to be a yellow. Not seeing the caution coming out. There was definitely contact there. Barron's fallen all the way back to 8th. Wait a minute, maybe we're seeing, no? Leader's still up to speed, so I'm at a loss here, guys. How that was not called a yellow is beyond me. I saw definite contact there. View inside Shano's Ford in the race for 3rd place. Alright, back on board. There's Shano. Got a battle brewing right here. I got a battle brewing right. I'm getting some echo on your mics, guys. I just called you in here so we can communicate when the time comes, but mute them. Alright, there we're on board here in 8th. I was surprised that that was not a yellow there. I really was. I Saw contact in turn 1. I was surprised. I saw Warren go around, but there was no call. Meanwhile, right back on board with this one, the battle for third. O'Brien in the JME Chevy trying to hold off the reigning class champion, Shane O'Kano. Each car is quicker in different spots. Shano makes his move. Has not closed the deal yet, as O'Brien held the inside line in the next corner and held on to it. How are things holding up in the warm-up room, Rita? And I hear cars slowing down, and I believe we have got a caution flag. Finally got the yellow that I was expecting. Caution out on lap 11, about halfway through the Roar Before the Continental GTE Special. I got you in here, Rita? Well, we'll hope Rita St. James will make an appearance here in the booth shortly. Meanwhile, we're under yellow. They are not going to be opening the pits under the yellow here for this special exhibition event. As I said, we're on our third night of 11 in Daytona Speed Weeks. Just to hold my breath, we've got Daytona 500 round 1 qualifying after this, round 2 qualifying, as well as the Gatorade Duels are tomorrow, the Rallycross Nationals Monday, and on and on and on, leading to the Daytona 500 on February 17th. SCL, hi Rita, SCL Season 25 Daytona Speed Weeks, they are not quite ready to go green. I cannot see the cars caught back up yet. We'll take a look at the back of the field. Greg Day, the rookie, making his debut, gutting it out. Hoping to see him in the LMP1 race as well. How's it going in the warm-up, Rita? Did you get those new entries? Oh, okay. I don't know. I thought Pogo Gun might have been trying to get in. We'll sort it out. Not sure if they're using a segment restart here or if they're waiting in the line to go green. Either way, we've got 10 laps to go at the line. There goes our... that was Wildebeest who parked the car, obviously, there. Still 14 of the 15 starters out as we've hit lap 12. This is looking at about 10% of what we're going to wind up running at the Daytona Continental next week, Rita. It's going to be or about 20% when we complete this race. So it's quite a bit of it's a short run, but there's quite a bit of time. So I was saying, it's track position's a big part. We got a car hitting the pit row here. Not sure what Greg's doing here. Coming way behind the rest of the cars here that are already out onto the speedway. Not sure if he made a pit stop. If he did, they're not going to hold the start for him, I know that. As they're on the backstretch and he'll catch up. It's PT, shot up from the third place position, got the jump on Barron early, and we missed it on the screen, but he made the pass on Hossack and took the lead, and so now your order is it's PT in the lead, Hossack second, O'Brien third, Shano fourth, and WKK rounds out the top 5. Be going green this time by Greg's still catching up to him. Highlight some of our rookie drivers that are appearing here in this race right now. Dale the Whale right there, running in 11th right now, qualified up in the middle of the pack. He's running in a Corvette. Still running as an independent, promising driver. We've seen him throughout the preseason, thus far here at Speed Weeks. Aaron CW, second season. Another one of the younger drivers running his own team, AMG Motorsport. And there's Greg Day making his debut tonight. Grand Am was his first SCL race. So he's catching up to the field, and we are green, I believe. Yep. Under throttle. On board here with Warren in 5th place as he's trying to move up on Shano. Goes to the inside of the Ford, not quite there. This guy's out here on these cold tires. 10 laps to go. And I believe we're back under yellow. That'll be another flag there. Somebody got caught up in the back. Looks like Daz, possibly Barron. It's going to give Greg Day some time to catch up to the field. I believe he's a lap down to the field at this point. Yeah, with Daz behind him, Greg's gone a lap down. He's going to hold his position though in the chain where he is at. Daz will be telling him to move up. Second caution of a possible 4. A little bit of a high number here, but for an exhibition race where the guys are shaking off that holiday off-season rust of about 6-7 weeks, it's not a bad idea to add a number or 2. PT held on to the lead, no major changes up front as they only made it through the first 2 turns. So Rita, looking forward to the LMP1 race. How are you feeling about your chances this season in the P1? I hear you there. It's tonight's the first night really in competitive trim that that we're going to get to see what those cars do. And the GTE drivers at least have all last season's data. This is just a warm up for them. For us in the P1s, we're going to be looking to find out, what the car does in race trim over this much of a distance, and that's really what I'm looking to do in that race when I strap in. Try getting a back shot here on the field as they come to the green flag. We'll roll up that way. Daz in 13th at the back of the field. He's got Greg Day a lap down. I believe he gave him the spot, but Greg was supposed to hold his place in line there. All right, they're coming to the flag. 9 to go here in the roar before the Continental GTE race. Greg fell way back, so I have to learn how to do those restarts. Very well taken in turn 1 by everybody. Got themselves lined up single file. Stay down, moving up from the back of the field, comes through, had a real hard time before the yellows gaining any position. Real hard time gaining any position before the yellows, but he's now up into 6th and still within this right now. As the lead battle, we'll get back on stay down here as these guys are nose to tail all the way through the field here on the restart. Brian here in 5th, right behind his teammate with the defending class champion Shano Kano just ahead of them. PT able to pull out about a half second, about maybe 8 car lengths. That draft just pulling them right in. Stay down looking to make a move on Cat Guy. Cat Guy goes to the outside. Very well done. Takes 6th place. Hossack fell back, had a little bit of trouble there somewhere. He fell back to 4th. Warren, Kyle Keith, and Shano have gotten by him. And now he's got O'Brien breathing down his neck in that JME Chevy. With these guys not far behind him either, on board with Stay Down in 7th. Here comes Stas. Back on the track side. To the lead of that little group here. Shano and Warren in the battle for 2nd. Ford versus Chevy. Two, as I said, former and reigning Camel GT champion right there. Big bump, around goes Shane. Is that Shano? We had a Ford go around. That was Hossack, I believe. I'm not sure if there was contact. Saw him come shooting around. He lost it. These guys racing through it, and I'm not seeing the yellow. It might have been a solo. But it allowed PT to shoot out to a 2.5 lead. Warren's got up to 2nd now. Now I'm guessing it's a solo. Get back on board with N. Staza, the reigning Bathurst 500 champion, in 7th, as he's got this glut of cars in front of him. Somebody goes around. That might have been Stay Down. I'm not sure if there was contact there, but he hit the inside wall. We got a car spinning behind him. 2 cars are off. I'm not sure if they're solo. I believe Stay Down might have caught the wall on his own there. Get back on board with the rookie Dale the Whale as he takes up 7th place. I didn't see the contact. It's possible it was there, but it looks like he might have caught that inside wall as he came through and then maybe bumped into somebody. I'm not seeing the car slow down, so we're staying under green. So a definite, 2 definites. Dale goes around coming out of the front stretch. He's trying to run it without any tech aids. No traction control or anything. That's where you're going to pay for it right there, trying to get back on it as he loops it and falls back, and that allows Aaron to shuffle up into 7th. Meanwhile, that front group now takes up the top 6. Say 3 contenders, Hossack, Stay Down, and Barron, are 11th through 13th off of what appear to be solo incidents so far. Yeah, it's PT out in front on his own here by about 1.4 seconds. He had the track position when all the craziness started behind him. But there's your battle for 2nd. Warren with his teammate O'Brien right behind him. Shane O'Kano's trying to make a move too. That's a chase cam look if I've ever seen one. These 3 cars glued to each other. Little bit of a bump there coming from Shano. Pushes O'Brien. Gives O'Brien a bit of the chrome horn. Let's see if he returns the favor. But it moves Shane up into 3rd place. Cat Guy back in 5th, and Sta's not far behind all this, but we'll stay on board here with 4th place O'Brien. As there will be 5 to go when they make the line, when they hit the line. 5 to go at the line, and it's going to be green to the finish regardless. These guys need to line up and try to chop down that interval on its PT here on the oval section, I would believe. Well, Greg Day has withdrawn from the race, the rookie driver. Shano goes inside of Warren. Can't quite make it stick. O'Brien's going to have some momentum. Shano looks like he might have made that pass underneath the line there, way underneath the yellow. I've been pretty loose with the guys, though, about that due to the trouble on the bus stop. I'm not sure how we'll have to call that out, but I believe it'll be okay considering the traffic there. O'Brien playing it very smart, giving himself some room to get on the throttle coming out of 1. Warren goes off into the grass, trying to make a pass, so I guess we'll call it it's good for the goose is good for the gander. He gives the position back, though, there. While they're doing this, Stas has moved past Cat Guy into 5th place. Heck of a battle going right here as well, battling for 8th place. Dale the Whale Daz and CM Outcast, as Haas has been able to move up into 7th. But there's where your track separation is. And through all this battling, it's just allowed PT to pull more than 2.5 seconds out. That's the key of this track. Track positions everything. And PT has it. Shano 5 wins last season in the GTE class of the Camel GT Series. Did not have a win in his first 2 seasons in the league, but then came through last season with a breakout season. He won the season 24 Bathurst 500 on top of those 5 Camel GT races. But he's in a dogfight right now. We got 5 cars, 2 to 6, that are right on top of each other within a second. I think we may need to get onto the chase cam here. Ooh, Cat Guy getting in the Stas just a little bit. Well, that's right where I want to be in my race. I'm in first. The rest of these guys got to work through each other if you can get just that little bit of gap like PT has, and then you just have to run consistently. And something weird happened there. Daz, okay, that was because Daz missed the scoring loop. Went out back behind the scoring loop and finally drops him back, straightens that up. All right, let's get back to the action here. Best part of it, on board again with O'Brien. Actually, let's get to Stas. He's trying to move in on it. Cat Guy's right behind him. Stas coming up from towards the back of the field, one of our veteran drivers. Couple career wins in the Camel GT Series. Known for having some good pace. And as I said, just won the Bathurst 500. Season 25 Bathurst 500 last week. As they're down to 3 to go when they hit the line. And this group here is just it's a point in a race, I think Rita will agree with me, where when you're, if it's not a sprint race and you're in the Daytona Continental, this is a situation where you're trying to figure out how to set up your first pit stop to get away from all these guys. I want to have some separation. I don't want to be running in this group so that I can try to run down the guy at the front. You'll be thinking, when do I think they're going to pit? When do I think they're going to pit? When do I think they're not going to pit? I might try to go off sequence just to get away from the traffic that would be holding you up. Cat Guy losing a couple seconds there as he's starting to lose that front 5 here. Still Shano holding up the line, just ahead of Warren, just ahead of O'Brien. Well, PT, as you see there, just taking advantage of the traffic. It can be frustrating for these guys. You think you can get them if you just had a opportunity. They're down to about 2.5 laps to go. It'll be 2 to go at the line. And PT's out in front in that XSM Ferrari. Stay down and Aaron battling it out on the track there. Stay down, sending himself around again. He's had a rough race after picking up that win in the Grand Am Touring Series a little bit ago. Meanwhile, Warren's going to try to line him up again here on Shane as they're down to less than 3 to go. It'll be 2 to go at the line. We've got the LMP1 race to follow this one. Yours truly will be jumping into the JME cockpit for that. May have another broadcaster, though, coming on board, hopefully. Warren's just looking. These two cars, the Ford and the Chevy, they're strong in each in different places. I believe the general consensus being that the Ford can be a little more nimble in the technicals, and Shano's using it to hold them off. They are just stacked up there with 2 to go. Ooh, wide goes O'Brien, I believe. No. Time to get on the chase as somebody went wide there. JME car sandwiched in between the Fords. Ooh, it looks like PT had some trouble. PT did have some trouble. They are right on top of him now. You gotta be kidding me. Looks like Shano might have popped onto the inside. These guys trying to take it too wide, crossing each other over. Dangerous maneuvers here through the bus stop. And yes, those of you watching, we do still have to run the LMP1s, as repeatedly pointed out. We're coming to the white flag, 1 to go. Shano's taking the lead. PT obviously with that little gap. As you see, one little mistake, they go into the wall. PT, O'Brien moves to follow it. Stas, who is that? PT was definitely one of them. O'Brien might have been the other one. Appears as though O'Brien was the other one. Not even quite sure what happened there. We'd have to take a look at the replay. He seemed to get 3 wide and come up. Either way, 2 more cars just pulling out of the race like chumps. I'll just say it. I'll speak my mind, not use my PR talk there. You're chumps when you pull it like that. Incidents happen. Be an adult. Be a pro about it. Not just park the car. All right, anyway, back up to the battle for the win. As they're coming down off the final turn, I want to get into a chase mode here so we can see what moves they're going to make. Doesn't look like Stas is quite close enough, but Warren is. Warren is as they come around to the backstretch. Shano's going to hold him on the inside. And there they are off that final turn. Now's the time to take a look at the chase. I don't know if Stas is going to have enough momentum to make a move on it, but Warren might. And he's going for it on the outside. We're going to have a side finish here, folks. 3 cars at the finish. They're coming to the line. Unnecessary contact from the back there. I'm not really sure what Stas was doing in that situation. Way too close. And I believe Shano's going to take it. Definitely unnecessary bump from the rear there coming to the start-finish line. Might have costed Warren the position. But as I've got on my board, it looks like we've got Shano Kano, the reigning Camel GTE champion, is going to take the win here in the Roar before the Continental GTE. WKK looks like he's coming home in second. And Staza brings it home in third. O'Brien bringing home a tough fourth. And Cat Guy will take home a hard-earned fifth. Get my screenshot here of the final top 10. As I said, Shano Kano takes the win. WKK in second, Stas third, O'Brien fourth, Cat Guy fifth. And that's going to wrap it up here for the GTE race. I'm going to go off the air momentarily so we can get ready for the LMP1 race that we'll be getting you guys into shortly. So hang tight and we'll be right back with you.